Hello. This video is more for the parents. I wanted to go over real quick the units of foundations. This is our phonics that we use in school, and it's very specific in how we taught it, so I wanted to go over real quick in case there was any confusions. This is something that we threw in just to give the kids extra practice. This is something that we focus on primarily in first grade, and then we just keep building off of it. It's a very, very important subject, but it also is very stressful for the kids. And I know whenever it's stressful for the kids, it makes it harder on the parents, and I do not want that. So I'm gonna go over Unit 7 and kind of go over how pretty much the rest of the packets are gonna outlay and what you need to do. So on Unit 7, it talks about glued sound. A glued sound is one sound altogether, which means it's also one tap. So your ang family, if in the word fang, you'd have ang, fang, and so on with the rest of them. If you flip the page, what we did with this is we would practice, once we practiced a word that ended in either the ang or ing or something, we would have the kids color it. So here it has fang. So once we practice the word fang, we maybe build it in a sentence, we tap it, all they each sound separately, and we'll have them color. Just something fun and easy and more concrete for them to do. And once you go through all the words, it's just easier for them. It sticks in there. Instead of the other side ended in NG, this side is NK. Same thing, go over the word, they color it. You can do this kind of how you want to. We already practiced this pretty hard. Most of your kids should be a-okay, but again, this is a really hard subject to learn. So this is basically the guide for the rest of the packet. Week 1, this is a more of a summary of what we do in class. So throughout the week, we practice the 3 trick words. We have review words, which we'll do in a dictation, which I'll show you later on in this unit. And then we have our current words, which the current words practice the new ending sounds. So in regular classroom, we'd probably practice 10 different types of words that had different welded sounds at the end. Your review words would be past words that are similar. So all, am, and then that LL, that's a bonus letter with a suffix. So that's something we practice, but this am and that all, those are also welded sounds that we learned a unit before. We learned the ang, ing, and ung. Why, my, and try, they call trick words, they're essentially sight words. And then the sentences just kind of build on that strength that we learned throughout the week. They have that for each week. So 3 weeks essentially is Unit 7. And then here, they want you to build a word using the start of these letters. This can be hard for some of our kids, which makes it very stressful for parents as well, I'm sure. Basically, like it says, if it starts with a H, ended in either an ang or ank. So you do hang or hank. Thank, as in thank you. I would also have them tap this. So TH would be one tap because that's one sound. So ank, thank. Or if you did hang, ang, hang. This will be very helpful. That's also something that's tactile, that they get that rote memorization in their head as you practice it. I would do that for each one. You just use that first letter and then you add in the blend at the end. This is a more fun way of what we do because it is kind of bunched together, easier. This is what we call our dictation sheet. We do this at least twice a week. For your review words, current words, trick words, and your sentence. You would go back to this page, and if that's week 1 and you've only practiced, you know, some of these words, then your review words you would just follow in that line. Your current words for that page you would follow in this line. If you've already practiced and you think your kid is ready for week 2 words, then I would have them dictate this. The point of that dictation is to challenge them and to get them really think about what they've already learned. So go back to that page and have them do this. If you have a printer or copier, I would definitely make more copies of this page and keep practicing other words that you can think of that have those ending sounds. It makes it very helpful. These are our trick word pages. This is basically what you would practice this like you would your sight word drills at home. Don't stress it too much. These words are words that we've pretty much already learned in our journeys, which is our sight words that we practice that are tested on. These trick words or sight words are what they test on in their foundations test. So they are repeated a lot more. They try to pair them in how they sound or how they are spelt. If like Y, by, my, they pair those together so that they recognize that long I sound, which is represented by the letter Y. Turn the page. Okay, and then they have some and come. Once again, they're paired together because of the spelling. Always point that out. That makes it easier for them. Another dictation sheet. So this would be week 2. If you already did week 2 because you think that your kid is ready for that, that's fine. Do week 3 on this, and then the next one, just maybe do a review of all of week 1 through week 3. But you would go back to that page that I showed you, if I can find it. You would go back to this page, and on week 2, your review words are right there, highlighted, current words, trick words, and sentences. And then you have your last dictation. If you think your kid is beyond ready for the first week of dictation page to do the week 3, then I would just make the other 2 review. This part is so important. I cannot stress that enough. It seems easy and just like extra work, but I promise you they can do it. Don't forget those tappings. The kids might automatically do that because that is something that we practice a lot. If you have any more questions, let me know. Tomorrow I'll probably share Unit 8. I just didn't want to make a long video of all the units, just to go over kind of how to tap it. I know it explains it, but hearing it, someone talk about it, always makes it a little bit easier. If this is helpful, also let me know. And I hope this was okay.